Welcome to episode 3 of Trek the Valleys, a podcast series where every step carries a story and every trail teaches something deeper. Today's walk begins at Cwmporth, the gateway to the Four Waterfalls Trail. We'll pass through shadow and spray, silence and song, from the cave at Porth Algorf to the river at Afon Melter, and onwards to the waterfalls. Sgwdi Caf, Llyn Gwyn, Sgwdi Saff, Llyn Gwyn, and finally Sgwdi Eira, the one you walk behind. Then it's a long return through the woodland trails where the echoes of water and memories follow every step. This episode is about listening to the land, to the mist. It begins here, Cwmporth, a car park tucked into the trees, where boots meet gravel and breath meets silence. I'm not walking for a distance today, I'm walking for voices. 4 waterfalls, 4 stories, and maybe something waiting in the mist. Porth Algorf, the gateway cave. Not a destination, a threshold. You don't just arrive here, you cross into something older. The cave mouth yawns wide, dark as memory, quiet as breath. I didn't go deep, just far enough to feel the shift, from light to shadow, from surface to story. The air inside is still, heavy, like it remembers every footstep, every whisper, every storm that passed overhead. You stand there, between worlds, and the land asks, are you listening? Footbridge over Afon Melter isn't just a crossing, it's a moment. The river below doesn't whisper, it insists. Fast, relentless, alive. I pause here, letting the sound of the water press against thought. There's something about standing above a river, suspended between movement and stillness. The bridge creaks beneath me, the current roars beneath that, and somewhere in between I find rhythm. Not mine, not the river's, something shared, something ancient. Afon Melter doesn't ask questions, it just flows. And maybe that's the answer. Sgwdi Caf, Llyn Gwyn, the upper waterfall. You hear it before you see it. A roar rising through the trees, like the land clearing its throat. Then it appears, sudden, unapologetic, alive. The water doesn't fall, it crashes. Over rocks, through air, into memory. I stood there, soaked in mist and scale. The kind of place that doesn't care who you are, only that you show up. I filmed slowly, letting the spray hit the lens. The sound filled the mic, the moment filled me. This isn't a waterfall, it's a reckoning. And I walked away quieter than I arrived. Sgwdi Saff, Llyn Gwyn, the lower fall. Less thunder, more whisper. It hides in the trees, tucked beneath the roar of its older sibling. But what it lacks in volume, it makes up in presence. The path down is steep, slick with moss and memory. And when you reach the base, the world narrows. Just water, rock, breath. I filmed you slowly, letting the rhythm of the fall match the rhythm of my thoughts. There's stillness in this place, not absence, but attention, as if the land is listening too. Some voices don't shout, they linger, and they're the ones that stay. Scude Aira, the waterfall of snow. You don't just see it, you enter it. The path narrows, the sound rises, and then you're behind it. Inside the roar, inside the mist, inside the moment. The water doesn't fall in front of you, it falls around you. Like memory, like emotion. I stood there, soaked and still. Then the spray on my skin, the thunder in my chest. And for a breathless second, I wasn't trekking. I was transforming. This isn't just a waterfall, it's a veil. And when you walk through it, you leave something behind and carry something new. The walk back is long, through woodland trails that feel familiar but changed. The waterfalls are behind me now, but their voices linger. In the mist of my jacket, in the rhythm of my steps, in the quiet between thoughts. The forest doesn't rush, it lets you return slowly, with time to reflect, with space to carry what you've heard. I passed moss-covered stones, twisted roots, and trees that leaned like listeners. And I thought about the cave, the river, the falls. Each one spoke, not in words, but in water, in wind, in silence. The valleys teach you, if you're willing to walk slowly enough to hear them. 4 waterfalls, 4 voices, and 1 long walk through the mist, memory and meaning. If you listened this far, thank you. For walking with me, for listening deeply, for letting the land speak. Trek the Valleys is more than a podcast, it's a journey. Into solitude, into story, into a quiet place where healing begins. If this episode moved you, or made you pause, I'd love for you to subscribe. Click the button, share the walk, and join me for the next trail. There's more to hear, more to feel, and the valleys still have so much to teach.